and don't subscribe to, whoa, that was not right. I just stabbed myself in the eye. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I am really hurting right now from my headache, so excuse me if I don't seem very high energy. It's because I'm in pain. However, I really wanted to film this video for you guys today. This is my version of a warm, cool eye. I just love the way that this looks, and I just realized I have eyeliner. I don't even know how that got there. I just wanted to do something different and have some fun and just sit down and sit in front of the camera and film. So if you guys want to see how to get this look, just keep watching. But beforehand, if you are new here, I didn't even introduce myself. Hello, my name's Brooke. I post beauty and lifestyle related content weekly and would love for you to subscribe to my channel. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Alright, so the first thing I'm doing is going in with my Anastasia concealer and using this to prime my eyelids. I like to use concealer because it cancels out any darkness on the lid and always helps the shadows to come out true to tone. Then I'm going into my Full Spectrum palette by Decay, and I'm picking up that yellow shade right there in the shade Calavera. I'm going to be working this into the very first third of my crease, and I'm going to be building this shade up till I'm happy with the pigmentation. I did have to go in a decent amount of times, honestly, to build this up because the shadow isn't super pigmented. But next I'm going into this shadow right here from my Morphe 3502 palette, and I'm putting this into the middle of my crease. I'm blending this slightly into that yellow shade to have a really nice ombre transition in that crease area, and I'm also just building this up and slightly blending it out until I'm happy with the pigmentation. Then I'm taking this red shade from the same palette and I'm putting this on the very outer corner. I feel like I just said very really weird. I'm putting this on the outer corner of my crease. I'm being careful not to blend this too far into that orange shade because I don't want to cover that up too much and take away from it. But I'm just blending this in, and then after this I just went up and touched up all of the shades, the yellow, the orange, and that red shade. Also, I'm not worrying too much about being super clean with that outer corner because I do go in with a Q-tip later and clean that up. So just really focusing on blending those shadows out until they look nice and seamless. But then I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I am putting this onto the lid to cut the crease. As you can see, what I do is I put some concealer on my lid and then look up because I do have hooded eyes. This helps me figure out where to put the cut crease where you will be able to see it. So I'm just going to blend this out all over my lid to cut that. And then I'm just setting that with a white shade so that when I go in and put the shadows on my lid for the liner, they don't stick to the concealer too much. And then I'm just going to put a nice little line of concealer down because I didn't have colored eyeliners, which would have made this look much better in my opinion. So if you do recreate this, I suggest using colored colored liners instead of shadow to do your wing. But I'm just going to go in and do a whoa, can I get it together today? I'm just going to go in and do a reverse wing, which means I am going to reverse the shadows in the order that they were on my lid. So the yellow is going to be on the outer corner instead of the inner corner, the orange will still be in the middle, and then the red will be in the inner corner, just to kind of switch it up and bring those shades to life and kind of help to contrast them a little bit more. This does take a lot of time and is kind of tedious, but it's well worth it in the end. And like I said, it'd be much easier if I had colored liners. It would kind of make it a little bit more clean looking as well, but girl, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I just went in with some shadows and built that up. And then just because I was not happy with how bright that lid was, I actually mixed up a little bit of white eyeshadow and some MAC Fix Plus to sort of create this cream shadow consistency just to build up that white shade on the lid so it's a bit more opaque. Alright, so moving on to the other eye, I'm going in with that shade Hatter, that green shade, and I'm going to be putting this into the very inner third of my crease. I'm basically repeating the exact same steps that I did with the other eye, but switching it up so that they're cool tones. Then after blending that out, just using that blindsided shade, which is a nice light blue shade, and putting that in the middle of the crease, slightly blending it into that green shade, but not too much because I don't want to take away from any of that green color in that inner corner. And then taking that shade Minx, which is that dark blue shadow on the top, and putting that on the very outer corner. And I did bring this in a little bit too far, so all I did was go back over with that light blue blindsided shade and put that over top of that middle crease area, and then just blended those shadows out so that there were no harsh lines. And once again, just going in and cutting that crease. Alright, so then I just sped this next part up because all I'm doing is pressing that white shadow down on the lid again, creating that line with the concealer, and then filling in that line with the shadows in the reverse order that I put them down. Taking a step away from the eyes, I will be priming my face with my Smashbox So Chill Coconut Primer Water, and then putting on my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I will be blending this out with my Morphe M439, which is my absolute favorite foundation brush. I've been using this brush for what feels like forever, and I have not found one that I like as much as this, so if you get a chance to try it out, definitely do because it is thebomb.com. And then picking up my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I'm just going under my eyes, down the center of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead to highlight and help conceal my dark circles, because your girl got some pretty bad dark circles and I'm trying to look somewhat human today. So just blending that out with my double-ended Morphe concealer brush. Next, I'm going in with my RCMA No Color Powder, and I will be applying that with a damp beauty sponge. I prefer applying my powders, that's my dog, excuse him. As I was saying, I prefer to apply my powders with a damp sponge, especially on the under eye area, because it really pushes the powder into the skin and helps it to look more like skin and less like powder. And then to set the rest of my face, I will be applying my Bare Minerals BarePro powder. Next, picking up my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This has quickly become one of my all-time favorite bronzers because it is so natural looking and it reminds me a lot of the Nars Laguna bronzer, which is one of my favorites, and you will know that if you are an OG subscriber, but I'm just applying this to the perimeters of my face to help warm my face up. Next, I'm taking this blush right here. This is Nars blush in the shade Final Cut. I am putting this in an angled shape above my cheekbone area right there, and then once I've applied that, I'm going to be going in with my Bretman Rock and Morphe Babe in Paradise highlighting palette using the shade Baby Girl and Get Laid. I'm going to spray my face with some MAC charged water and then apply those highlighters to my cheekbones. Then, because I got some powder on my brows, I'm just going to go over my brows with my Gimme Brow Brow Gel by Benefit. This stuff is awesome because it is slightly tinted, so not only does it hold your brows in place, but it also helps to thicken them up a little bit. Next, I'm applying mascara and lashes, so I will be using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and my Très Chic lashes in the style Princess. I am literally obsessed with these lashes. Every time I wear them, I fall in love with them again, and I know that sounds so dramatic, but they are seriously amazing, and if you want to try them out, you can get them for 20% off with the code BROOK20. They are mink lashes, so they do last 20 to 30 times, which is awesome, but I'm just going to be applying these and then also just coating my lower lashes with some mascara once I have these top lashes on. I'm also just blending out some of that shadow onto my lower waterline, just repeating the process of having the darkest color on the outer corner and the lightest shadow on the inner corner. Lastly, applying my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Toffee to my lips. Alright, so this completes today's makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to recreate my own version of the cool tone and warm tone eye. I love any look that I see that looks like this. Honestly, I think the contrast in colors just look so good together, and I wanted to kind of create my own version. It didn't work out exactly how I wanted to because in hindsight it would have worked better if I had colored eyeliners instead of having to use eyeshadows just for pigmentation reasons, because I feel like I could have gotten the shadows a bit more pigmented. However, I am still very happy with how this look turned out, so if you guys like it as well, please give this video a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below letting me know what kind of videos you would like to see from me next, and don't subscribe to, whoa, that was not right. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I will see you guys in the next one.